I didn't find out about the live stream until 2 days later. I was at work when a coworker leaned over my cubicle wall, half smiling in that unsure way people do when they're not certain if something is funny or cruel. "Hey," she said gently, "is this your family?" She turned her phone toward me. There we were, my mother at the head of the table, my brother beside her, angling his phone too high to be accidental. The lighting was harsh, the sound tiny, plates clinked, someone laughed off camera. My mother waved her fork toward me. "Well, at least his useless degree makes him good at arguing," she joked. The table erupted. I watched myself in the video. I laughed too, a quick, automatic laugh, the kind you use when you don't want to become the mood. The caption read, "Family dinners are undefeated." I felt something small and sharp settle in my chest. That dinner hadn't felt remarkable at the time, just the usual. My mother's commentary, my brother's sarcasm, me nodding along. I'd brought groceries, paid for takeout, quietly transferred money to her account earlier that week so her electricity wouldn't be cut. The degree she called useless paid for that. No one at the table mentioned that part. When I confronted my brother, he shrugged. It was just for friends. 2,000 people watched it. They don't even know you. They know enough. He rolled his eyes. "You're being dramatic." I almost believed him. That's the problem. I've been almost believing them my whole life. My mother called that evening, already irritated. "I heard you're upset about a joke." "It wasn't just a joke." "Oh, please. If your degree is so valuable, why are you so sensitive about it?" There it was, the pivot. My reaction was the problem, not the humiliation. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I just said it didn't feel good. She sighed like I'd asked her for something unreasonable. "You young people are so fragile." After we hung up, I opened my laptop. I didn't mean to. It was instinct. I pulled up my banking app and scrolled. Rent assistance, utility top-ups, medication copays, groceries, internet bill, small transfers labeled "just until next week." It had been years. When she lost her job, I stepped in. When she struggled with paperwork, I handled it. When she fell short, I filled the gap. I told myself it was temporary. I told myself this is what good sons do. I never once told her no. And maybe that's why the joke worked. Because what was I going to do? Leave? The next payment was scheduled for Friday, her water bill. I stared at the date for a long time. I didn't cancel it right away. I sat with it. I tried to measure whether this was anger or clarity. The truth was quieter than anger. It was exhaustion. On Thursday night, I turned off the automatic transfer. That was it. No announcement, no warning, just a small click. The following Tuesday, she called. At first, she sounded confused. "The water company says there's an outstanding balance?" I stayed calm. "There is?" "Well, are you going to send it?" A long pause. "I can't keep paying." The silence on the other end felt different from the dinner table silence. This one had weight. "What do you mean you can't?" she asked sharper now. "I mean, I won't. You're punishing me over a joke. I'm stopping something that isn't working for me." Her breathing changed. Anger arrived in stages. "After everything I've done for you?" I almost laughed at the symmetry. "I'm not asking you for money," I said carefully. "I just need to stop giving it." "You think you're better than us now?" That question landed harder than the joke had. "No," I said. "I just think I deserve not to be laughed at while I'm paying the bill." There it was, the thing no one had said out loud. She didn't apologize. She didn't soften. She told me I was selfish, ungrateful, dramatic, but her voice had shifted. For the first time, she was asking instead of assuming. The water got shut off for 3 days. My aunt called me. My brother sent a message. "You're really going to let her struggle like this?" I replied once. "She can make payment arrangements." He didn't answer. A week later, the live stream disappeared from his page. No announcement, no explanation. At work, I noticed something else. My paycheck stretched further. I paid my own rent without calculating what would be left for her. I bought groceries without splitting them mentally in half. I felt lighter and also guilty, both at once. We didn't stop speaking. That would have been cleaner. Instead, we moved into a thinner version of relationship. When she calls now, there's caution in her voice. She doesn't joke about my degree anymore. Months later, I went to another family dinner. No phone propped up this time, no exaggerated commentary. We ate quietly at first. My brother kept his hands visible on the table, almost performative in his restraint. At one point, my mother looked at me and said, almost casually, "How's work?" It wasn't warm, but it wasn't dismissive either. "Busy," I said. She nodded. No one laughed. The absence of it echoed louder than the joke ever had. I didn't feel victorious sitting there. I didn't feel powerful. I felt steady. They still think I overreacted. Maybe they always will. But the bills come in her name now. The payments leave her account. The consequences belong to her. And when she looks at me across the table, there's something new in her expression. Not gratitude, not affection, awareness. It's not loud, it's not celebrated, but it's